Most controversial recent discoveries. The Pharaoh's Medallion. The reason that this medallion is said to be mysterious is that it somewhat gives a hint that the pharaohs may be in communication with extraterrestrial creatures. Although it is not confirmed, the drawing on the object seems weird and there is no alternative explanation given for it. On the medallion, one can see a figure with hollow eyes, a UFO-shaped structure below it, and next to it is what seems like two glass containers probably used for storing. The medallion belongs to none other than the most controversial Egyptian pharaoh, Akhenaten. He ruled the kingdom in the 18th dynasty and was the father of the famous Tutankhamun. Akhenaten was responsible for changing the religious dynamics of Egypt. He proclaimed that people will not worship several gods, but only one Almighty, the Sun. His appearance has become a debate whether he was an alien or not because, unlike other pharaohs, Akhenaten had almond-shaped eyes and an elongated skull. Monsters on Crete. This discovery could change the history of the evolution of humans, which happens to be in Africa, the cradle of humankind. In 2002, paleontologist Gerard went on a vacation on a beach near the village of Dracailos, Crete, where he discovered strange footprints. Researchers were called, who used their techniques to study the footprint, and concluded that the marks were made 6 million years ago. According to a published paper, this research is controversial as it suggests that the earliest human ancestors may have wandered around southern Europe as well as East Africa. Reportedly, 6 million years ago Miocene period existed, and at the end of it, the entire Mediterranean Sea had dried completely for some time. It is possible that human-like creatures might have walked that path and left their footprints, which are now being discovered. The footprints are said to be similar to human tracks, having 5 toes without claws, a parallel big toe and a ball of the foot. Before this discovery, the oldest footprint found was around 3 million years ago in Tanzania and was more human-like than those of Dracailos. The Tomb of Jesus. The Talpiot family tomb, the Garden Tomb, sometimes called Gordon's Tomb, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, are the places where Jesus's tomb is. But till now nobody can guarantee the resting place of Jesus. The Talpiot tomb was the first place where people believed that Jesus was buried here, all thanks to the documentary titled The Lost Tomb of Jesus. However, the claims were rubbished because scholars say that Nazareth was a poor family and they could have not owned such an expensive rock. Secondly, Jesus was a common name therefore. The stone box marked Jesus, son of Joseph, was not the one who came back alive. The second place was the Garden Tomb located outside the city walls, and as per scriptures, Jesus's burial took place outside the city walls. However, the experts claim that the place was new at the time of his demise and also the Holy Sepulchre could have been outside until the walls of Jerusalem were expanded in 1941 to 1944 BC. So to date, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is believed to be the place of Jesus's tomb, and even archaeologists claim that the site has more authentic evidence. The first noodle. Who would have thought that the invention of noodles would spark a debate among the Chinese, Italian, and Arabs? A team of archaeologists have found 4,000-year-old noodles in northwest China. They have found remains of a bowl of millet noodles. For years, Italians have claimed that they made the first noodle, while the Arabs argue that the honor belongs to them, but now expert evidence has stepped in. Cooked in the Stone Age era, the discovery also strengthens the fact that millet was the first domesticated plant. Professors at a university have explained the course of events. They say that 4,000 years ago in the village near the Yellow River someone was ready to eat noodles. However, an earthquake struck, triggering a massive flood, because of which, the bowl was turned upside down with noodles inside it, and the bottom part was sealed by flood sediment. Centuries later, archaeologists found the bowl and the noodles, indicating that China was the first one to make noodles. Truth about Pluto. Although International Astronomical Union, IAU, has decided to not consider Pluto as a planet, the debate still goes on. The former ninth planet of the solar system was removed from it and was considered a dwarf planet because it failed to meet one criterion. As per definition, a dwarf planet is a celestial body in direct orbit of the Sun that is massive enough that its shape is controlled by gravitational forces rather than mechanical forces. Originally discovered in 1930, Pluto was considered to be larger than Earth, but with technological development, the planet turned out to be smaller. A group of scientists are demanding to make Pluto a planet again and put science back on the right path. According to a study, IAU made those criteria based on astrology, a type of folklore, not science, and this is harming the scientific research and the understanding of the solar system.